The direction of the U.S. economy befuddling the experts again and rattling investors in a huge way.
The report triggered Wall Street's worst day since June of 2020.
We're seeing more flattening in the yield curve. I think that's not a big surprise.
Nowhere was the disappointment expressed more profoundly than on Wall Street.
The current picture is plain to see. The labor market is extremely tight, and inflation is much too high. We at the Fed understand the hardship that high inflation is causing. We're strongly committed to bringing inflation back down, and we're moving expeditiously to do so.
Today, 21st September 2022, the U.S. Federal Reserve announced a rise in the short-term borrowing rate by 0.75 percentage points, making it the third 75 basis points increase in a row. First, it was in June, July, then now. In total, this new hike makes it the fifth this year. Even though today's interest rate hike comes as no surprise, given the shocking inflation rate increase report for August, released earlier this month by the Labor Department, Americans are more concerned with how this decision by the Fed today will affect them. And here is how. It's worthy of note that this federal fund rate isn't the actual rate consumers pay. Rather, it is the rate at which banks borrow from the U.S. central bank or lend to another bank. Nonetheless, this rate hike will correspond to the prime rate increase and immediately lead to a surge in financial costs for consumer borrowing. That said, we should expect credit cards rates to rise, since most credit cards carry a variable rate. But here is how to survive this. Move your credit card balance to 0% balance transfer card. Yes, it is very possible with several card providers to move up to 95% of your allocated credit card limit this way. But first you need a top credit score to be accepted. And if on applying for this you are found to be quite creditworthy, you can get up to 2 years of interest-free period on your purchases. Mortgage rates will only rise, especially adjustable rate mortgages and home equity lines of credit, which are all pegged to the prime rate. But the 15-year and 30-year mortgage rates are fixed and pegged to Treasury yields and the economy. With the Fed promising to be more aggressive on inflation and continuing with its interest rate hikes, the 30-year mortgage clocked 6%. Auto loans will get more expensive, so if you have plans to buy a new car, be ready to pay more. Even though this type of loans are fixed, payments will get larger because prices for cars are increasing, as well as the interest rates of new loans. And the best part of this interest rate hike is that it helps raise interests on deposits, and it lets you earn more money. That is why certificates of deposits and high-yield savings accounts are today enjoying rates never seen since 2009. As the fight against inflation is far from over, we should expect nothing short of a 125 basis points hike by the end of the year, as already predicted by the Fed. So, American households should brace for a very rocky ride in the months, and possibly years ahead, if the inflation situation today doesn't get better. This is BTTV. As usual, thank you for watching this episode. If you liked what you saw, be sure to leave the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. Until we meet again. Take care.